Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be checking out Hitchcock's Dial M for Murder. So here we go.
When you telephoned this morning, I simply said you wrote crime stories and I'd met you once when you were here before.
Darling, I understand now, but that doesn't stop me from loving you.
Aw. I mean, she's having an affair, so it's not really all, but...
Do you remember the letters you wrote to me?
Yes, I remember.
After I read them, I burnt them. I thought it best. All except one.
This is so soap opera-y. The way she turned her head to tell him the truth.
While we were waiting on the platform, I noticed my handbag was missing, and the letter was inside. I thought at first I'd left it in the restaurant, but when I went back to look for it, it had gone. I recovered the handbag about 2 weeks later from the lost and found, but the letter wasn't there. It told me what I had to do to get the letter back.
Just go ahead, go on.
Someone's blackmailing her.
It said that if I went to the police or told anyone else, he would show the letter to my husband.
Oh girl, you in trouble. Better stop cheating on your husband.
Margot, I better tell Tony about us tonight.
50-pound ransom. Sounds like so little.
Why didn't you burn that letter, too?
I love how dramatic this is. I like that shot with the shadows. That was nice.
Oh, we thought you were never coming. What have you been up to?
Well, I'm sorry, Dom, but the boss blew in just as I was leaving.
How nice to be the naive husband. Or could it be that the husband knows and he's playing the blackmailer? That would be an awesome twist.
You're not Lesgett. Swan, C.J. Swan, always at C.A.
CA.
You wouldn't remember me. I only came here last year.
Wow, what a coincidence.
Yes, it's called for a special drink. Yes, here's one. Taken at a reunion.
Somewhere. It's literally right behind him on the wall. Hey, look at Hitchcock right there. I love how he inserts himself in all his films.
There were phone calls which would end abruptly if I happened to walk in.
I knew he knew.
Her old school friend lived in the studio in Chelsea. They didn't say much. They just looked very natural together. You know, it's funny how you can tell when people are in love.
Aw, that sucks.
Now, Big Tennis had finished with me, and so apparently had my wife. I can't ever remember being so scared.
That's so sad.
I thought of 3 different ways of killing him. I even thought of killing her.
This movie, I just remember this movie's called Dial M for Murder.
I suddenly saw something which completely changed my mind. But it didn't. So I kept the letter.
Why are you telling me all this?
Because you're the only person I can trust.
Really? Why? It's kind of seems kind of random, right?
Lived happily ever after. It was funny to think that just a year ago, I sat in that Knightsbridge pub actually planning to murder her. And I might have done it if I hadn't seen something that changed my mind.
This guy's like, what in the world did I just walk into?
I saw you. Oh, my dear fellow, everybody knew you took that money.
Is he gonna blackmail him?
Want me to tell you why I brought you here?
Yeah, please. I would like to know.
It was when I saw you in that pub that it happened. Suddenly, everything became quite clear. Only a few months before, Margot and I had made our wills, quite short affairs, leaving everything we had to each other in case of accidents. I was hoping that sooner or later I might catch you at something and be able to,
Blackmail me?
Blackmail you. influence you, putting it lightly.
But you know how it is. You take up a hobby, and the more you get to know it, the more fascinating it becomes. In fact, there were times when I felt that you almost belonged to me.
Quite interesting.
You used to take Miss Wallace out on Wednesdays and Sundays. She certainly was in love with you, wasn't she? I suppose she thought you were growing that handsome moustache to please her.
Wow. This movie's starting off with a bang. A lot of dialogue, a lot of story. A lot of suspense, too.
When I refused, you mentioned something about a letter belonging to my wife. As far as I could make out, you're trying to sell it to me.
That's the trouble with the he
It
said,
has your
she said
fingerprints on it.
stories.
Remember?
Oh. This is a very clever guy we got here.
What makes you think I'll agree?
For the same reason that a donkey with a stick behind him and a carrot in front always goes forwards and not backwards.
That's pretty good logic right there.
No risk, I guarantee.
He really thought this thing through. He rehearsed this back and forth.
That for quite some time, and nobody knows where she got it. But we know.
I could see the shadow of the boom mic. They didn't have a visual effects team to erase the shadows.
When would this take place?
Tomorrow night.
Tomorrow? Not a chance. I've got to think this over.
So he was sure on you doing this. Oh, wow. There goes Hitchcock's signature shot, that overhead shot.
You find the key to this door under the stair carpet here. Go straight to the window. Hide behind the curtains. At exactly 11 o'clock, I shall go to the telephone in the hotel to call my boss. I shall dial the wrong number. The light will stream across the room. So don't move until she answers the phone. Pick up the phone and give me a soft whistle. Then hang up. Don't speak whatever you do. I shan't say a word.
He really thought of everything.
By this door.
Yes, and here's the most important thing. As you go out, return the key to the place where you found it.
Under the stair carpet.
Yes.
Looks like you're taking the deal. Oh boy.
4 Rolls Royces and enough jewels to sink a battleship, but all he really wanted was to play at Wimbledon. You provide me with the perfect murder.
Nothing I like better.
How do you go about writing it?
I just love the elegance of the Golden Age. So elegant and classy.
Do you really believe in the perfect murder?
Yes, absolutely. On paper, that is. And I think I could plan one better than most people, but I doubt if I could carry it out.
Oh? Why not?
Wow.
Why don't we all drive down to Windsor for lunch?
That's a good idea. Come along early, but not too early. We may be nursing a hangover.
I feel like he's making it a little obvious though, like always allowing this guy to be around. Not only was this period classy and elegant, but the way they talked was just so incredibly different from today in the best ways possible, that is.
Well, that's a bit awkward.
Why?
I may want to go out.
Tonight? And what about those clippings? It's an ideal opportunity.
Well, I like that. You two go gallivanting while I stay home and do those boring clippings.
And what about him when he stays home and you go off with your lover?
Margot! You know, it's quite possible, old man. Goodbye, dear. All right, Mark.
That was the kiss of death. All right, so she's fast asleep. I love this dramatic lighting. He can't concentrate. He's too anxious that something's gonna go wrong. These shots are so nicely lit. I love it.
My watch has stopped. I must have overwound.
So as I was saying, I said,
Excuse me, old boy. I have to call my boss.
Oh boy. See, something went wrong. Oh gosh. So you're gonna have to improvise. Are we aborting the plan or what? Dude, you did not plan for all contingencies. Dialing M for murder. Oh, there we go. We better get back there. Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, go. Oh my gosh, hurry up, dude. No one wakes up that pretty from a sleep. Come on.
Hello? Hello? Hello?
Oh, I like this shot so much.
Hello?
I like that.
Hello?
Oh. He can't do it, huh? Oh boy. Dang, this is intense for, what is this, 1950s? Oh. Oh, that was a bit over the top, but I loved it. Oh, wow. You see, your plan, you didn't expect her to fight back. Yeah, you didn't have a plan B, and now you're screwed. Is he gonna try to do it now?
It's all right, darling. It's all right. What happened?
I love how, and I'm just picking up on this now, but the only reason he's dead is because he asked her to do the clippings with the scissors. If not, the scissors probably wouldn't have been there on that table.
I'll get dressed.
Why?
What do you mean, why? The police are coming.
They'll have to ask me
They
questions.
can wait until tomorrow. I'll tell them all they need to know.
Tony,
Yes.
why did you phone me?
What? I'm sorry, darling. I'll tell you about that later.
He just looks more and more suspicious. She's asking the right questions, though. Why did you phone? I'm so confused by that stalking thing. Why? Okay, that I understand. You're gonna miss something. That's for sure. That is for sure. You're not gonna get out of this. Wow, he was there for that long and he just a little tiny bit of blood is what's there now. That's hilarious. Uh-oh. 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 I think just dealing with your wife's betrayal would have been a lot easier than doing this whole...
Well, I said you didn't phone the police because you naturally assumed that I would do it from the hotel.
Why did you say that?
Because it was the perfectly logical explanation.
Of course, but there are a few things I'd like to get firsthand.
I'm suspecting this guy is not a police officer. I don't know. I'm expecting some sort of twist. That's Hitchcock's famous moves, the twist.
It was dark. I hardly saw him at all. And I picked up the phone. He must have come from behind those curtains and attacked. got something round my neck.
Something? What do you mean by something?
I think it was a stocking.
You nervous?
I distinctly remember feeling for the scissors.
Where were those scissors usually kept?
In that mending basket.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's no sign of a break-in. Our report shows the lock's quite undamaged. Why didn't you call the police immediately this happened?
I naturally thought that he would call the police from the hotel before he came here.
Didn't it occur to you to call a doctor?
Anyone would have realized he was dead. Just one look at those staring eyes.
Oh, so you did see his face after all? We're quite certain that he came in by this door. Well, how many keys are there to this door, son?
Only two. Mine was in my handbag, and you had yours with you.
Yes, that's right. What makes you think he came in this way?
His shoes.
His shoes.
The ground was soaking wet last night, and if he'd come in by the garden, he'd have left mud all over the carpet. Because he wiped his shoes on the front door mat. It's a fairly new mat, and some of its fibers came off on his shoes. There was a small tar stain on the mat, and some of the fibers show that as well. No, there's no question.
Oh, he didn't think of the forensics. Oh. Yeah. The story's falling apart. I don't know.
Because if he had, the key would still have been on him when he died. But no key was found when we went through his pockets.
Oh, you didn't think of that either? Oh, no. They're going to find you out. They're going to find you out. It's an inside job. I think she might figure it out.
Mr. Halliday, Mr. and Mrs. Windis are coming to my office now to make their statements. Would you be good enough to give me your address, sir? I may...
Yeah, lover boy knows what's up.
Ever been over here before, sir? Mr. Windis, there's quite a crowd in front of the house. I was going to suggest that we left by the garden. Isn't there a gate at...
They're very British. They use the word quite often.
How much does he know about you and Mrs. Windis?
Oh, mic drop.
So far, we'll forget all about that. But from now on, tell us exactly what you know about this man and exactly what happened last night. Anything at all. It may put you in a very serious...
Is she gonna faint?
Oh, thanks, old boy. Goodbye. It's all right, darling. Roger's going to meet us at the police station.
I think lover boy suspects the husband for sure. He feels like he's gonna get away with this.
I charge you that on the 26th of September, you did willfully murder Charles Alexander. Guilty or not guilty? Guilty.
Oh no. Is this a dream or is this really happening? It looks like it could be a dream. Dang, so maybe he could get what he wants after all. Just frame her. I always laugh at how unrealistic the driving shots were back then.
I take it you'd do anything to save her life.
We've done everything.
No, Tony, we haven't done everything. You can tell any story you like about him now. You can even say that, well, you two met somewhere and you planned this whole thing together.
The problem is he already gave a testimony.
I'm afraid you'll have to think of something better than that. Oh, hello, Inspector.
It appears that you settled an account there recently for, just over £60.
Yes, well, you see, I happened to have quite a bit on me at the time, so I settled for cash.
If it was stolen money, yes, sir, it is my business. But do you mind if I smoke?
Go ahead.
I mean, that might be the very person we're looking for. Hello. This is yours, sir?
What is... No, mine's here.
No, it's not yours. It may be mine, then. That's the trouble with these latchkeys. They're all alike.
What's he trying to prove? I think he's trying to pull something. He's trying to catch him in a lie. For sure. Oh, shoot.
Just one other thing, sir. Have you a small blue attaché case?
Yes, I was going to report it this afternoon. I think I left it in a taxi.
I see.
Then I'd like to show you something in here, sir.
Uh-oh.
No wonder you couldn't bear to sleep in her bedroom.
He'll do anything to save his girl. This is the most civil scenario I've seen in a murder case.
Old Swan, he'd hide his key somewhere out here. Probably up on this ledge. He hid behind the curtains. Then Wendy's telephoned from the hotel. That brought her...
Just one moment. If Swan had used Mr. Wendy's key, it would still have been on him when he died.
Swan could have taken the key down from here, unlocked the door, and then replaced the key on the ledge before he came in. This is a question of life and death. What else matters?
When she called me back from the party that night, I found her kneeling beside Swan's body, going through his pockets. She was almost hysterical. That's why I wouldn't let the police question her. In the state she was in, she'd have told every lie under the sun.
You don't expect anyone to believe this, do you?
Actually, he does.
What about it, Inspector?
Expected something like that.
You mean you're not even going to check up on this? She's being hanged tomorrow.
Oh, damn. She's getting hung? Jeez.
What'll happen when Margot hears about this?
Well, she'll deny it, of course.
And perhaps she'll change her will.
I hope Mr. Halliday's not waiting outside to see me. Would you mind just taking a look, sir, to make sure he's gone?
Yeah, this cop is sus.
All clear?
Good.
What? Okay, now I need to know what's going on with him.
Suppose we shall meet again.
Goodbye, Inspector, and thank you very much.
What? All right, come on. Is the cop in on it or something? What's going on? Drink up, because you might be going to jail. Man, Hitchcock is a genius. Or was a genius, rather.
I've got back in again. Start the ball rolling.
On what? They're trying to catch him in a lie, right?
Now, what are you up to? What's the idea? If you want to save Mrs. Windis, keep quiet and let me handle this.
How are you possibly going to... Margot.
Was that you who rang just now?
Yes. Why didn't you let me in?
You've got a key. Why didn't you use it? Whose key is this?
I thought it was mine. I don't know.
Your husband's explained this, you know. You can tell us all about it now.
What is it? I don't understand.
I don't believe you do. Oh, wait a minute, you clot. You can't walk down the street like that. You'll be...
He'll be arrested for carrying a handbag, a woman's handbag.
Inspector, I don't want to interfere, but do you think you could tell us what you're up to?
Yeah, please, let us know what you're up to.
We strongly suspect that your husband had planned to murder you.
I don't seem able to feel anything.
Felt something for your lover, boy.
In a couple of days, you're going to have the most wonderful breakdown.
The most wonderful breakdown.
While I was doing this, I managed to lift your latchkey. Highly irregular, of course, but my blood was up. He's found out about his raincoat. He just came back and couldn't get in. I think he's on his way to the station now. Didn't use it because he doesn't realize it's there. He still thinks it's in his wife's handbag. Unlocked the door, then returned the key before he came in.
And it's been out there ever since. Out of Swan's pocket and returned to her handbag was
Swan's own latchkey.
I love this detective work.
He's wondering why that key doesn't fit. Going round to the back entrance. He stopped again. He's looking at the handbag now. Trying to remember when he put the key back in there. Hold it. He stopped again. He's turning round. Now he's got it. He's got...
I love this guy. Bingo. Gotcha. Oh, that was brilliant. That was so brilliant. Oh, he was gonna run. Not fast enough, buddy. Wow. That was well played. Very well played.
Mark, it might work out on paper, but congratulations, Inspector.
Wow, he's so smug about it too. Wow.
Well, how about you, Margot?
Yeah. They're coming to arrest you. Oh man, that was so brilliant. I absolutely love that. Wow, that was so cool. Yes. Wow, I absolutely loved that. That was so great. This was right up my alley. The tension, the mystery, the suspense, everything was just so well done. I mean, there was not a second that I was bored or that I was distracted by something else. All the actors did phenomenal. Hitchcock just really knew how to build tension and suspense. He was just so masterful at doing that. Let me know what your favorite Hitchcock film is in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more. Thanks for watching.